So that was really weird. The phone turned off and I couldn't even find that first 2 minutes of video. Just disappeared off the phone too. Strange, very strange, especially when I mentioned that we had a lot of chopper action yesterday. So basically what I said in that first couple of minutes of video before the phone mysteriously turned off and then the video disappeared was yesterday afternoon. You would have seen when I set out to the northwest we had a blanket that was trying to move in. Basically that stayed off. It took until nightfall, just as it was getting dark, for that to make it over my house. Now what happened was it was too dark. I tried to film it but the iPhone just wouldn't pick it up. It was too dark, but basically it moved over and it had just a massive pulsed pattern through it. You know, the cotton ball pattern, we've all seen it plenty of times. So they must have really had to have turned things right up to get that to move, and so I'm pretty certain that they know their tech so well that they know when it's being interfered with, because prior to that, say from 4 till 6:30, I had just probably 6, 7, maybe 8 choppers coming over. I try and check them on flight radar and it just shows a helicopter icon, but wouldn't show where it's come from, what the chopper was or anything like that. I've noticed this a lot. Hang on, I'll be in a minute. Got a situation inside. I've noticed this a lot. I'll see a helicopter icon on the flight radar. I can see a helicopter in the sky, then I'll click on it and the image that comes up, well, the line goes back to the RAF base, and then the image that comes up is basically a plane sitting on blocks with the wings, the motors removed, the glass removed, the doors removed. It's like a parts plane, which is what the transponder for the helicopter's running to. So they're breaking international law at that RAF base by not identifying their vehicles correctly. And so we had a lot of chopper action. It finally made it over. We got a tiny bit of rain, it blew over, and then later on that last night I could see we had clear skies and stars. So I've got to wrap this up. The kids are going nuts, but I'll do an update later and we'll see how we go. So that was weird. My phone just turned off at 40% charge. Wouldn't turn back on. Just took me 5 minutes to get the thing turned on. I've plugged it in now. Basically running an extension lead out, and I'll keep it plugged in and see if it stays on. So where was I? So full spectrums of light going through the pineal gland. The sun gives us so many different spectrums of light, which is what, you know, our plants require and everything else. But not just that, our own mental health, I think, is strongly impacted when we're not getting all our spectrums of light through our pineal gland. So let's see what we can do today. I mean, you can see out here, let me zoom in, that's actually some natural looking fluffy cloud. So, and that's what I think also, like with the orgone energy, I think that that it somehow has the ability to restore the natural balance of what's required. So if you're somewhere that's, you know, suffering, not getting much sun, you'll get clear skies and sun. If you're somewhere that's very dry, you may find that it restores rain. So I think there's a lot more to this than even what we understand, or we can only go on what we observe, which is blue skies. But I think the spectrum of light angle and also the restoring the natural balance angle comes into things as well. So I'll try and keep this video short. It's about 8:30 a.m. Today's Friday, so I'm going to treat the kids and take them up to the play centre, which is now open and allowed to have people in it again. As of tomorrow, Saturday, in Perth, Western Australia, we go back to completely unrestricted. We can have gatherings, the casino's opened. Oh, but check this out. So my mate was telling me, yeah, the casino's open, but the staff will be going around doing random temperature checks with their temp guns. Oh, how funny is this? So you can be sitting out, because one trick the casino likes to I'll admit I don't mind going to the casino. I've got a bit of a blackjack betting formula that probably works 7 out of 8 times, and I was going there a little bit before this started, and I would never drink alcohol if I was going there to have a bet, because that's the one way they get you off the table when you're having a win. They'll say, oh mate, you've had too much to drink, come on, off you go, you know, you're 2 or 3 grand up. They're like, get out mate, you know, you've had too much to drink. So by not drinking, they couldn't do that. But now with the new random temperature checks, they most certainly can do that. They can walk up to someone who hasn't consumed any alcohol, hasn't been loud, hasn't been disruptive, hasn't done anything wrong at all, is just sitting there having a good old lucky streak or a win, and go, oh mate, out you go, you're running a 38.9 there mate, off you go. Not only that, while the casino has been closed for weeks, months on end, I suspect they've been installing their phase array stuff in there and their 5G tech. So you can be on a hot streak, you can be having a good win, not drinking alcohol, so normally there would be no way at all for them to remove you from the table. But now, with what I suspect to have their little small cell transmitters everywhere, they can just start beaming you with millimetre waves. Of course your body's going to warm up a little bit, and then they're going to go, oh fucking bang mate, you're gone, get out of here. So now they can control anyone who's having a win just by doing the temperature check. So I found that interesting, and I definitely will not be going there while they're doing the temperature check, because I haven't looked into it yet and I don't know exactly what happens if they ping you for temperature. Do they just ask you to leave? Is there a little secret room set up where you get taken to, where medical experts will then force you to be quarantined, either at home or in another facility somewhere, Rottnest Island perhaps, who knows? So you can be damn sure I'll be staying right away from the joint. But just found it very interesting that you know, when you know the agenda, just something as simple as random temperature checking, you can see straight through it. I know exactly what it's for, I know exactly what they're going to use it for, and I suspect, like all the footy stadiums, the casinos will have installed their 5G phase array millimetre wave type technology while everything's been closed. So very interesting. Also, on a quick side note, you got areas of Melbourne in Victoria that are so locked down now, people aren't allowed to leave their own shire, and you've got house to house testing going on, where they're just rocking up at your house now demanding you take the test. So very interesting. But I'll do an update later. We are expecting natural weather front, like, well, who knows what's natural anymore, but we're saying that we've got rain coming, so we'll see how that goes. But as you can see, I mean, I can feel that sun on my face. It's beautiful. The one thing I notice is when they've got, even when you can't really see it, but the sky just looks that real silvery blue, and you know that there's haze up there, but it's nondescript, you can't identify it. I find that the sun feels like a magnifying glass. It really does. But when you get these real clear blue skies, the sun has that healing feeling to it again. It has that clean, nice, you know, not over the top, magnifying, burning the skin type feeling. So happy days, and I'll keep you posted, gang. But please, per subs, get stuck into this, will yous? Let's get some vinegar, let's get some blue skies, let's show everyone that we can take control of our skies again. Let's make it so they've got military choppers flying around everywhere trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, why they can't get their shit to move across the sky. Let's put a stop to it. Alright, take it easy and stay safe.